Good morning. It is Friday and I am a little over a month into making videos for YouTube and Instagram, and I just wanted to capture some of the takeaways from posting online for about a month. So to recap, I was able to create 5 YouTube videos, so film, edit, upload, thumbnails, everything. I am very proud of that. I think it's a lot of work and it's a big commitment. It's a big commitment to do anything really on social media. If you actually want to sit there and talk through a topic, I think it takes a lot out of you. So again, I'm very proud for the videos that I have posted. So with it only being a month in, I don't have a lot of change in terms of the number of subscribers, views, comments, or any of that. Let me go through the analytics from YouTube just so that you have a sense of what it's like to build something from scratch. So I will say the YouTube channel was started from scratch in the middle of April last month. It is now the middle of May. And over the last month, I was able to put together 5 different videos, varying in length really. The shortest one is about 4 minutes and the longest one is about 13 minutes. So there's a little bit of a range, a couple of them in the 7-minute range. And for each of these, we had a dozen likes. The highest amount of views was 230. So again, not huge numbers, but combined, let's take a look at the analytics. In addition to the 5 uploaded full-length videos, I pulled just 9 of the clips from those 5 videos and uploaded them as shorts in the last month. I think there's a few more that I could pull, but that's what I have uploaded so far. So let's take a look at the analytics. Building from scratch, I mean, again, it's not huge numbers. There's 34 subscribers, 138 likes, 6 comments, 62 shares, and 5,600 views. The top video on YouTube is actually the first video I uploaded, which talks about whether AI is making us a little bit more lazy and just kind of introduces the channel, the types of videos that I'm going to be creating. Not surprising, YouTube tells me that the target audience, like the biggest segment of the audience, is between 25 and 34, which I think is right. Mostly male audience, which is interesting. Thank you for being here. And then mostly from the US, but it's kind of spread out geographically. So I think there's a continued growth that needs to happen. Of course, building something from scratch takes time and takes effort, and you have to create something that's valuable, catchy, new, different. So, this content and this style of video is not new. I think it's just mostly the perspective I bring to it that is different, coming from my background in the future of work, understanding technology, looking at things from the human-computer interaction side of things, and again, just the years of experience in academia and now in industry as a product director. So I have that unique angle that I'm bringing to it. I'm not just talking as a general user of AI. I'm talking as someone who has had experience and has done the research and has done independent studies on my own and really understands, how algorithms work and how they change and how they affect people. So that's really the perspective that I'm aiming to bring. I think I'm really excited about what's to come in the next month. I'm starting a research series. The first video is not out yet, but I've teased it on Instagram and one of my YouTube shorts. But I'm excited about that video series because that is really connecting with experts in industry as well as academia, people who, again, study these technologies and see what they have to say about it. Because a lot of the times, academics, kind of siloed, and so they do a lot of great work and it gets published, but it's the audience who's reading their papers are more academics. And the folks that are in industry and practice, some of them are reading it, but I think we need to bring these concepts and ideas and theories and the research that's coming out and the perspective of these experts to broader audiences. So that's really my goal, and I think that will be really great to include in my channel. So I'm very excited about what's to come, and I have some great guests coming on. So stay tuned and keep coming back to the channel to make sure you don't miss those conversations. The first in the expert series should be coming out before or right after this video. So if it's come out before this video, I will link it below. Anyway, I'm excited. It seems like metrics drive everything, but again, just starting out, it's just gonna take time. 5,000 views, it's something. And Instagram is also additional source of views and likes and interaction. So I think we'll be building from here. And my goal is just to have consistency in posting content, because I think that's what's really important, and continuing to provide something of value, something that is unique in terms of perspective, and something that someone out there will find interesting. So that's still my goal. And this whole journey really is for me, is to be able to build the skills to talk to a camera, provide content that is accessible by the general population. And my goal is to reach other first-gen Latinas and Latinos. And so that's really the core of what I'm building here. So if you have watched any one of my videos, I thank you for that. Thank you for the time. If you haven't, and this is the first time you're watching videos, I have 5 other videos that you should check out. I will link them below, and I hope that you stick around. I think there's really good stuff to come. So thank you for joining me in this journey. And today it's, like I said, it's Friday. I have a really busy day. Today I have a demo. So for those of you that don't know, I'm a product director at a software company, and I have a demo coming up. I am really excited about the potential with this project. So there's, I have to do a lot of prep for that, and it's gonna come up quickly. So that's my priority for today. And then I have other major tasks that I have to get done throughout the day. So it'll be a busy Friday, and I'll check back in once I have made some progress. Cheers. Okay, I just wrapped up with my demo. Is this on? I just wrapped up with my big demo for the day, and now I'm gonna get a quick snack and some coffee because I need to refuel. So usually these types of demos and presentations just take a lot of planning, and you want to make sure they go well because they could lead to future sales and expanding your product. So this was a really important call. The presentation was for an existing client of ours, but it was just showing them enhancements of our big portal that we think that they would benefit from. So yeah, it was an important call. I thought it went really well. Everybody said it was very well received, and I think we had some really good questions. A demo, for those of you that are not in tech or any sort of product or sales work, is where you show an existing system to a potential client so that, again, you can get them excited to buy the product or adopt something new. So yeah, the call went well. I'm excited about it. I think some of the things that are helpful with demos are, if you could sit down with that potential client and learn their pain points, you could really tailor the demo to what they need. And so I think really good sales and product staff do a good job of that. And so we actually did have a really good meeting with the client so that we had a good understanding of their needs. So that's why I think it went really well. I also had a great team on the call to just kind of support me as needed. So yeah, that was the most important thing that I had to get done for the day. So I would say that was a big win for me. I'm excited for the rest of the day, even though I have a couple of other really major tasks due today. Again, it's a Friday, but we're not slowing down. We have to keep going. I think in another video, it would be useful to share what I'm learning as someone in product and industry, because again, I come from the academic side, research, PhD type work, and now it's kind of being more practical to apply a lot of the skills that I've learned over time into real products, work with real clients, real budgets, real constraints, things like that. And I mentioned this in one of the previous videos that I had, is I was recently promoted to director of product. And as I build out my team and work to improve our processes, one of the big things that I like to do is just learn more about great best practices for directors. I think a big part of our role is more on the team building, leadership, providing guidance, providing clear communication, and then translating the business needs really well to technical teams. But I think there's a lot more to dig into there, the skills it takes, kind of the top priorities for somebody in a role like mine. So maybe a future video could explore some of those things and how AI is kind of disrupting everything in product, everything in software. So again, that's a big focus for me, is just looking at AI and how it's making things better or worse, because I think it doesn't always make things better. But I'm not all doom and gloom either. So I've mentioned this before. It can't be one or the other opposite ends, because it's coming, right? AI is already, it's coming, it's here, people are adopting it, big companies are full in on it, leaders are bought into the technology, so it's not going away. So we have to adapt. Anyway, let's get the coffee going. Says, shake it like you mean it. I typically just do like 2% or whole milk with my latte, so I'm trying this vanilla coconut milk this time. My SD card ran out of memory while I was finishing off my coffee, so I'm gonna get back to work now and just try to finish off the couple of big projects that I have left. And then we'll continue on with this Friday. Here's how the latte turned out. It's pretty good with that hint of vanilla. So yeah, let's get to work now.